Happy belated World Whiskey Day. Dan back with another brown liquor review. Today I wanted to look at a single malt peated Scotch whiskey. I don't think that it's any kind of secret that my favorite kind of brown liquor is bourbon. But I go back and forth from time to time, and I'm always kind of looking out for something that is interesting and something that is available to me. As you guys know, I live in Pennsylvania, and so sometimes the availability that I have is just not that great, so I go down to different states and go whiskey hunting, but this one I found in Pennsylvania. So I wanted to share it with you and just kind of tell you all about it. This is the BenRiach Curiositas, and it is the peated malts. The BenRiach is located in Speyside. It's at 10 years old, 46% ABV or 92 proof. Kind of like a classic Scotch bottle, and I kind of bought it because I had heard some mixed reviews about it. And as a whiskey consumer, it kind of gets very easy to buy into what all of our favorite commentators want to say about it. So if Ralphie says you should buy it, but then Amy Douglas or someone like that says no, don't buy it, I think that that's even more of a reason that you should try to find it and buy it. So that's why I did it, and I wanted to share my opinion on it. So just to pour a small sample so I can explain it to you. You may notice that sometimes I pour really small pours for when I'm doing these. And that's because I want to focus on the nose, and sometimes it's a little bit easier to coat the glass with a little bit less. So it's a really nice peaty nose. It's different from an Islay kind of peated malt in that, this is from Scotland's mainland. I guess Scotland's kind of an island anyways, but compared to Islay, it's the mainland. So on the nose I get barbecue meat, savory smoke. There's a big anise or black licorice smell to it, charred wood, but also I get fall vegetables like root like celeriac. I can tell that it comes from a bourbon cask, and that the big characteristic on the nose that is most similar to another kind of spirit is mezcal. Especially Del Maguey Chichicapa. It is so similar on the nose to this, which I might review sometime. It's not quite brown. Chichicapa is actually pretty clear. I think it might be a little bit tinged, but that will be something that I talk about in the future. So on the taste, there's a big difference between Speyside peat and Islay peat. This is so earthy, which seems kind of obvious since peat comes from the earth, but as compared to the maritime kind of flavors that you would get from an Islay peat. It tastes like smoked meat. I've always said that I love drinking peated malts when I'm smoking ribs or brisket or something like that. You get the strong fennel seed. My wife's adopted family is from Pakistan, and they have this dessert, or I guess maybe it's like a digestive, and it's like a candied fennel seed. and it very much reminds me of that. You get the raw honey, and just like mezcal, and this is something, where I'm not totally in love with mezcal because it kind of tastes like an ashtray to me. I'm not totally in love with the smoke character. You can tell that it's a little bit sweet. It's got barley sugar, and it's got the bourbon barrel sweetness to it. So, notes of vanilla, brown sugar, whatnot. Overall, this is a relatively interesting peat and malt from Speyside. I think it's good to see the difference between peat from different places in Scotland, and I think that that's the main draw to buying this one. So buy yourself a bottle of Laphroaig, Lagavulin, and then throw it up against this guy, and just try to pick out all the differences. I think that would be a great taste testing for a whiskey club, which I am so very interested in starting here where I live. So I wanted to keep this one short. If you come across this one, give it a try. Just with all the single malts, they're a little pricey. I give this one an 85. And like I said, Happy World Whiskey Day. And thank you for watching. See you next time.